Minecraft has been reviewed a lot. If you've been on the internet at all for the past 10 years, I'm sure you have heard of Minecraft. It's one of the most popular games ever made, and with that popularity comes discussion. There have been video reviews and essays written about every possible aspect of this simple block game, so everything I say here has probably been said somewhere else, and said better. Despite all this, I still want to give my thoughts on the matter. This game is a huge part of who I am today, so it's about time I actually talk about it. Minecraft is a sandbox game built around, well, mining and crafting. The player is able to freely explore and interact with an infinite, procedurally generated world populated by procedurally placed trees and foliage, as well as rarer pre-built structures that often hold useful resources or valuables. Gameplay in Minecraft primarily consists of a core loop of gathering resources, crafting better equipment, and using the newly constructed equipment to mine higher quality resources. The player must also gather food to prevent starvation, as well as build a structure to stay in during the night in order to avoid the zombies, skeletons, and other monsters that spawn in the darkness. However, much of this progression, and in fact most of Minecraft's mechanics, are not directly explained to the player. Apart from the initial guide on how to move, use the mouse, and mine a tree, the game doesn't really tell the player what to do in order to progress, or how to do it. There is a recipe book that shows how to craft various items in the game, but recipes only appear in it when the player collects the necessary materials on their own. Luckily, it seems like Mojang, the creators of Minecraft, took note of the issue and are working to do a better job of explaining features using the Minecraft world itself, rather than external guides and books. Recent updates have added structures such as the abandoned nether portal, which acts as a way to teach new players how to make a nether portal and access the nether dimension. Once the player has a solid house to stay in, good enough equipment, and a sustainable food source, the sandbox aspect of Minecraft really comes into play. From this point on, the player is really free to do whatever they want. Minecraft's intended progression from this point requires the player to kill dangerous monsters, travel to another dimension, and find rare structures, so they can eventually track down the location of a portal leading to the End, a dimension that is home to Minecraft's final boss, the Ender Dragon. However, many players will never even see this in the survival game, because Minecraft does not force the player to do any of this. Instead, you can simply sit down and improve your house, explore the world, or do anything else your heart desires. Minecraft is the kind of game you remember, even in the midst of so many other amazing games. I think part of that comes from its graphics. They are far from flashy or realistic, looking almost like something running on the N64. However, I believe it is this simplicity that makes Minecraft so appealing. Just like with Legos, Minecraft acts as a blank slate that players can project their own creativity and imagination onto, allowing players to create anything they can imagine. Another part of what makes Minecraft so memorable is its music. The original soundtrack made by C418 manages to perfectly fit almost every possible scenario, while not intruding on the game or being annoying. The songs play at certain times throughout the day, providing peaceful background ambience for whatever the player is doing at the moment. For many players, just hearing Minecraft's soundtrack brings back memories of all the houses the player built, all the caves they explored, and all the biomes they journeyed through. From what I have seen, even players completely new to the game often feel nostalgic when they hear C418's music, despite not having any memories of Minecraft to attribute it to. Now, it should be mentioned that Minecraft is not a perfect game. From an outdated inventory system that has trouble keeping up with the ever-increasing amount of new content, the lackluster final dimension, an incredibly unorthodox combat system, and even the general lack of guidance for new players that I mentioned earlier in the video, Minecraft certainly has its fair share of problems. However, I, and many other players, have learned to live around these issues, because at the end of the day, Minecraft is what you make it. It is just as much a game as it is a game engine, and people have used Minecraft to make and do incredible things. The community has added new features and content, made massive multiplayer servers with their own miniature games and mechanics, used redstone to make a functional computer, and even recreated the Earth itself. Minecraft players have done so much with such a simple game, and if I ever make my own game, I want to be like Mojang, able to watch people use my creation to do amazing things I could never even imagine.